To continue the conversation on Canvas quizzes, let's take a deeper look at what happens after you've put the quiz together and hit publish. When you publish a quiz, you'll notice that a list of related items will pop up in the upper right corner: Moderate this quiz and Speed Grader. In Moderate this quiz, you can edit the exam settings for individual students in the course. If you click the pencil icon, you'll be able to give extra attempts and choose to either allow Canvas to automatically generate another attempt or manually unlock the quiz for the next attempt by checking the box here. In addition to this setting, the Student Extensions box will also show something else based on whether or not you've specified a time limit for the quiz. So let's backtrack and re-enter the original settings. If you click to edit, you'll see that you have the ability to choose a time limit. See right here, the box is checked for 75 minutes. When you click Save to make this change, then you can go back into Moderate this quiz. And that's where you'll click the pencil icon and you'll see that a new option is available. So here we are back in the moderation settings, and you can see underneath the extra attempts, it says extra time on every attempt. So for example, if the student has accommodations that account for extra time, let's say time and a half, you can then type in the minutes to provide this accommodation. So in this example, everybody already gets 75 minutes, so half of 75 would be roughly an additional 38 minutes. So when you're adding this extension, there are a couple things to keep in mind. The quiz has to be published for this Moderate this quiz function to even appear in the settings, and the extra time must be added prior to the first attempt. So if the student is already taking the quiz, they're already in the middle of their first attempt. So the student would actually have to terminate the first attempt and reopen the quiz for that setting to apply if it was added after they already began the quiz. You might also be wondering how this differs from adding various Assign To sections in the Details tab. So let's go back into Edit. And you'll see down here you can add the different Assign sections. So although you could specify more time this way by changing the available from and until boxes to a longer range for those students who need extended time, you're leaving much less room for error, since one small typo can quickly boot everyone out of the exam. Plus, even if the exam window changes in the assigned section, the extended time that was added to the Moderate quiz section will always remain. So you know that the student is being allotted the proper testing frame regardless of the details in the assigning section. A final note about quiz assignments is this: make sure to leave some wiggle room when inputting your due, available from, and until dates. Let's take a look at an example. So in this example you see here, there are only 3 students who are taking a makeup exam. So different settings have been applied to account for their testing needs. For the first student, their test will be available from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and the exam will automatically submit at 10:30. This way, even if students start late and miss the due date and time, it won't auto-submit until the until time comes around. Then, the other 2 students have a slightly different time range, available from 8:30 to 10 and auto-submission at 10.